So that was like minus 15%. Now I'm at minus 30%. Years ago, so this is like a training ground for me. It's like my dojo, you know. But like basically, I'll find something that I'm trying to play. I can't quite play it at tempo, so I slow it down and clean it up, and then invariably I'm gonna come up with some other variation. Giving me trouble, slow it down again, and then start to get bored, all right, speed it back up to where it is. And so I'll constantly be kind of like changing the tempo so that I can play comfortably and so that I can practice more perfectly, because it's not that practice makes perfect. If it's crap in practice, you're not gonna play perfectly. It's not gonna happen. So the practice has to be generally as perfect as you can be, within your control. But just as long as you're conscious of it, you're aware, you're moving towards that, and you're like, quality is gonna get me the long run, then I think that's where you're gonna see the most benefits from your practice. Alex?
Quick question, when you're doing that type of practice, do you have a system you go through for each of these loops? Like would you apply a certain phrase or loop, something over like, let's say a 5 or something like that? Is there a system you go through?
Not really like a locked system. Okay. You know, to be honest, like I do utilize like, okay, I know it's do-do-do-do-do-do. I mean, I wrote the loop and I was thinking, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I wanted it to be like typical 7, because I know I was putting it in mastering time 2, and so I'm like, what's like a typical 7 riff sound like? It's doom got doom got doom got doom got. So I programmed that in. So yeah, now everything. I mean, I know that these are my 3s, or paradiddle diddle, or inverted paradiddle. That's another chop that I have. But that's like kind of just like I've made myself conscious of what are my groups of 3, what can I put in this area of 3, what can I put in this area of 4, and so usually it's like, you know, I have some sort of ability in it already, so I'm exploring, and what I'm doing is just like I'm pushing and I'm exploring, and like it's like driving, and like I'm gonna hit a pothole. So when I hit the pothole, I don't go like, don't drive down that street again. I go, no, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna pull over, I'm gonna fill that pothole. Next time I come down this street, should be nice and smooth. But it doesn't always work that way, you know? It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you go back down that road and you're like, I'm still not ready. You'll go down it a million times filling potholes, and like, it's like 2 years later or like 3 months later that you're not working on it, that you go down it, and it just like, it's like, all that time I spent in it finally paid off. So.
Do you remember that first variation you played? Like, could you play it again?
That's like kind of some Ronald Bruner
Yeah.
type stuff that I still. Like where his left hand is just like, and I'm just like, dang.
You're doing some like linear thing.
I actually gave that to you guys. That's linear
crazy.
grooves in 4/4.
That's crazy.
So. And that's the 2/4s is basically that linear groove, and then the next 6 notes are. Or linear grooves. You guys remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm using the stuff that I'm giving you. I'm giving you the ingredients to bake the cake.